Horde mode is back in Gears of War E-Day, and it is completely revamped, giving you a completely new experience from what we previously known as Horde. This new system is a class-based system, which features 4 different classes. Assault, which is like your run-of-the-mill, like average shooter class. A Breacher, which pushes hard to a fight. I would imagine it like a tank-type class. Marksman, which is obviously your sniper classes, and then a medic, which is supposed to keep your team up and alive and pushing through the fight. As you can see, I've been a little partial to the marksman class, but each of them is completely customizable to how you want to play and what your playstyle is like. So if you go into the marksman class, you can see that I've unlocked, based on levels, our marksman class is level 10, and I assume that's going to be uncapped when the full release is out. But we can go through and check out some of the later level unlocks. Incendiary grenades, level 8 armor mod slots, which I'll show you guys in just a moment. We get a particular armor mod for level 8. Tactical gear mod. We unlock the breach shot at some point. Equipment slot unlocked. And I'm going to go through all of these with you guys so you know what to expect and what to do. So your attack gear is specific to each of the classes. For marksman, we get a pulse drone. The pulse drone pulses enemies in a large area, making them more visible to gear. So it's kind of like a visual radar that helps your teammates pinpoint particular locus on the map. And then as you progress, you get mod slots, which improves this ability. So right now we have pulse drone waves collect energy, which is a currency in-game that we use to upgrade by perks, weapons, ammo, things like that. And then the burst capacitor, which improves pulse drone cooldown. And each of these classes have different tac gear that does completely different things to help out the team. You can play whichever one you want. It doesn't matter if you stack, if you got a bunch of teammates that are running marksman or assault or breacher, it doesn't matter. Their armor slot is also very similar, where you can get mod slots that improves, takes reduced damage, and duration from status effects, which sounds great to me. Improved aiming, defense, and stability. We might swap out for the perfect reload heals you. Things can get a little crazy, so the extra healing might be good. Now, this is one of the coolest parts, in my opinion. Your loadout is completely customizable. The classes do have different guns, some similar guns, obviously, like the Gnasher and I think the Lancer are available to most. But then, as the marksman, I've unlocked the breach shot and the long shot. Now, each of these guns also have mod slots, which completely changes the way that they're played. This is something new to Gears, and I was a little hesitant going into it because I didn't want it to affect how I played a multiplayer, but honestly, it's so cool and so fun and such a different experience from the multiplayer, the normal multiplayer, that I'm all in on it now. As I mentioned earlier, you earn weapon parts just by completing missions in the game, finishing, extracting, things like that, and those can be used to purchase different mods. Most of them costing 5. Again, I assume we're going to get more in the full release, but there's already so many available. I've opted for perfect ammo damage, keeping our scope. You can actually remove the scope from the long shot, which I did a little bit. I wouldn't recommend. It's honestly not bad, though. And then our composite chassis, which reduces aim flinch and aim sway, which on a long shot is almost necessary. But all of these weapons are completely customizable. It's so sick. You can go in. They all have their different bonuses. We've put scopes on the Lancer and stuff, and it all kind of works. It's fun. So we're going to run with the Lancer. I lied. We're going to run with the Gnasher and the long shot. You also have 2 equipment slots that do get upgraded. We've unlocked all of them, it appears, for now. And then you can play as any character you want as well. We've unlocked the Max Carter skin by reaching level 20 in the preview. So this is the one we're going to rock with. It's the rarest skin and honestly the sickest skin available at the moment. So now going into the gameplay itself, it is now called Horde Siege mode. I'll break down the nuances of the gameplay as we go into it, but they have a few different modes. Blitz, which is shorter length missions. Siege, which is standard length missions, is what we're going to play. And then Horde, which is an endless wave, kind of like akin to the normal Horde mode that you would have seen in previous Gears of War. Different difficulties, which I assume provide different amounts of rewards in-game, weapon parts in particular. We haven't been able to play on any of the harder difficulties because I think majority of the small player base that is accessing the preview right now is just queuing up for rookie. So that's what we're going to go into and give you guys kind of a rundown of what Horde Siege mode is. The only map available to us in the preview is Golden Quarter, which I assume is a big city map based on the campaign. It's a giant map. You'll see why once we get in. There are a lot of POIs on the map when you first jump in. You'll see once we actually load in, you'll be traveling back and forth between places, looking for extracts, securing areas, and stuff like that.
Get out there.
Your squad will spawn in a little base right here with a supply drop. Supply cache that you can use to purchase ammo and stuff. You'll be seeing a ton of these throughout. Most of it's not available because we're just getting started. We'll be looking for energy by killing enemies and completing tasks. And that'll be used to upgrade everything that we're going to be running with. So upon exiting your spawn, you're put out into the city. We can check the map. There'll be a ton of these secondary objectives. You're going to want to hit those as many as possible, because those are where you're going to get your weapon parts that you can use to upgrade later on. So I highly recommend jumping in immediately and looking to complete as many secondary objectives as you possibly can. As soon as you get in, though, as soon as you start tagging stuff, the enemies are coming in hot. What I just picked up there was, oh my goodness, not off to a great start. Not off to a great start. Was lit on fire, saved by the teammates. Oh my goodness. It gets pretty chaotic pretty fast. There are a bunch of new weapons. All right. Didn't mean to tag them like that. Bunch of new weapons. Bunch of new enemies. Which I don't know how. Being a prequel kind of blows my mind a little bit. But this froggy leaper boy spits emulsion or acid on us. Is one of the new enemies. So I'm happy we got into him almost as soon as possible.
Let's resupply while we can.
I think they're getting nutty right now.
Shooters shoot, Santiago. Can't complain about that.
Okay, so we killed the high value target, got our reward, which includes a weapon part, got a couple of credits, and now we're going to move on. Honestly, I think we just queue up right here. It's the fastest. It may not be the funnest mission, Survive, where you're just given a certain area. So if you guys didn't notice, it was super chaotic, and I apologize for it. But the high value target produces a wave of enemies, and then also one high value target, which your goal is to take out. That's the only goal. And once you do that, you complete that side quest, that secondary objective. This one is more similar to the old Horde mode, where you're just holding down an area, locking it down, maintaining the safety of the area, and then for 2 minutes we got left. I think it's like 4 minutes initially. Oh, the hookers are here. These are also new enemies with a new power weapon. These guys are similar to your grinders, your boom shots. We'll kill one and then show off the new power weapon. One of our teammates is also using one of the new weapons as well. Oh god. One of the new shotgun type weapons, which feels really good as well. Okay, both the hookers are dead, so let's go pick one of those bad boys up. Show that off a little bit. We got to survive for another minute 30.
Reloading, cover me.
And then we'll complete this task. As far as I can tell, there's still a lot of nuances that we've yet to discover. We don't know why or how things work. But you'll have your main mission, which is in blue, that you must complete. And then it seems like sometimes the main mission will swap. And it's random based on the game. So sometimes you'll be holding down an area, sections in an area. Sometimes you'll be gathering parts for the main mission. But based on that, you may be able to get a few more secondary missions. Which, like I said, I highly recommend doing, because that's how you're going to gather your weapon parts, and that's what's going to allow you to upgrade. Oh my god, Nate. Alright, let's show this hooker what we're made of. Okay, we've been hooked. It doesn't feel good. I think now's a good opportunity to use our attack. And I also recommend just throwing that up whenever it's available, because honestly, it comes up super fast. So for the marksman, like I mentioned earlier, it gives us a pulse drone, which highlights the enemies. You can see them coming in. Very useful, especially because things can and do get so chaotic. All right, after let's collect our reward. Gives us another weapon part, some credits. And one thing that I hadn't mentioned yet is we are playing with 3 other squads on the map. You can interact with the squads. They will be doing their own missions, also trying to extract. But you guys will often run into areas together and kind of be doing separate missions in the middle of each other. And it gets so messy so fast. So you see they're over here doing whatever they need to be doing. But their enemies pop up for us. Our enemies pop up for them. If they're struggling, you can go pick up their contacts, help their teammates revive and stuff. It's actually really fun. So we're going to start the main mission. After 2, it seems like they limit you, so you can't just farm secondary quests every single time. Now, I don't see it just yet, but there are what appears to be random world drops. I've only seen them a couple times, and it doesn't seem that anything in particular is triggering them. It's just kind of like we load in and they're there. Speaking of, the game itself, the mode itself is constantly ticking. So one squad may extract early, and the game seems to we'll load in another squad. So we could be finishing our task. We can load into a game. You and your squad can load into a game that's already in progress, but it won't be for you. So it's not like you're loading in and you're behind or anything like that. But there may already be chaos on the map. There may already be a world event, world drop. Teams might already be fighting. Like, it's really interesting. The map is constantly progressing. All right. Thought buddy was gonna peek up. So now we are just securing this area. Okay, I don't know if this is the actual... Reactivate the supply crate. I don't know if this is the actual extraction. Or this is just a... No, top left. We can see we got 3 main missions. So now we can see it'll populate in just a moment. We can do some more side quests. Take an opportunity here to go spend some of our credits. We have 6,000, which is a lot. We're going to go to squad perks. Honestly, leveling up your squad perks to level 3 is usually the way to go. And now, a lot of people won't prioritize secondary quests. They kind of just move to what's highlighted on the map. So take initiative. Run to the side quests. Do your thing. Get your credits, get your XP, get your weapon parts. Now, while the game mode is really fun, there are some things that I think need tweaking. The ping system is a little off, and I don't know how to explain it, but you can ping something and then it just kind of disappears. As you can see here, we have 3 intels highlighted, and it might be intended. But for me personally, I wish that all of these intels stayed highlighted on the map, because things can get confusing and it feels like stuff is not like the most efficient in that way. And it'd be nice to know and see what we're doing and where we're going. Like, my biggest issue is when I ping like an actual objective on the map. I feel myself having to ping it several times before we actually get to it, which is not great. Teammate. Kind of getting swarmed right now. We'll pop our TACCOM, or our tactical gear. Start moving in. Also, I don't know if this is a bug either. We are playing a very early version, so I suspect a lot of this stuff is going to get cleaned up and or changed. But this Reaver here spits out his little shooty boys, which has always been a consistent thing in Gears of War. But it disorients and almost EMPs your HUD. And now the reason why it stings, because even if you kill it, even after it's gone, occasionally that little EMP stays there. And it's very disorienting and not ideal later on in the mission. So hopefully that gets changed at some point. But enough dwelling. Okay, go to the Opera House and the rendezvous point. However, again, I'm gonna ping some more secondary missions and hope I can get the boys on board. Also, we're rocking with the Green Squad was with us. Power core mission, transport mission. So here, pick up a power cord and all we gotta do is transport it to the location, which sounds easy enough. However, things get hairy very fast. I do love, and this, as you can see, I'm moving pretty swiftly with the new sprint. The movement mechanics are all revamped, and I'm probably going to have a separate video just on the movement mechanics and what I think about them. But one thing I do enjoy is the heavy weapons seem viable now, simply because you can move better with them. You were very reliant on wall bouncing and sliding into cover in order to get around with the heavy weapons, and so it was kind of not very enjoyable to use. You kind of felt very stationary, which, being a power weapon, seems appropriate, but I very rarely used them. In this, in the updated movement system, you're pretty swift, okay? With them, without them, you can move around. You see me vault over cover with the heavy weapons. It's pretty sick. Pick up the Troika here. Okay, we're gonna drop the Troika here. Buddies are spawning like crazy right now. Okay. But I want to show you guys like how quickly we can move around. We can hop over cover and stuff, move, bounce to walls, which is still in the game, but obviously completely different than what we're used to. Okay, I think we're good. Let's move on. So, yeah, after 2 secondary missions deplete and move on to the next main mission. I'm going to scoot with these credits while we're here. May not be much, but every little bit can help. It does seem a lot of stuff in this is not very well laid out for a new player. As far as like how to gain XP, how much the credits are worth, like things like that. Kind of just like trial by fire situation. And I've been playing this now for about 9 hours. We have in Horde 9-10 hours, and some of it's still confusing. Like the world drops, the world events seem random. The credits and stuff I really don't understand. Some of the equipment that you unlock that some people have seems super random. Like you just kind of luck into it, but then some classes have it. I assume most of the stuff that we don't understand is class-based. I've been putting a lot of my time and effort into the marksman class, knowing that I have limited time. I kind of want to see how far we can progress with one class rather than sprinkling a little bit of time into every class. So, and I think it's been working Wow, eat some more, buddy. I think it's been working out for me in particular. We did hit level 10. Oh, big grinder. Let's get inside. This building you're going to be in a lot of the main missions, side missions are focused on the Opera House here. We are securing. Okay, we have 10 minutes to secure the Opera House. There are some tricks. Like in old Horde mode, you can see there are things that you can set up and utilize, purchase, but in the same sense, there's not like this whole like setup round-based system that we're used to in Horde. It is more almost like an RPG elements, world, MMO, like you run out with your squad, with your team. All right. Got blasted from behind, buddy. I heard him coming too. I should have got off. Maybe we can crawl down. But maybe not. Hopefully the team sees me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're being executed. Teammate, save me! Not a great camera angle. Thanks, man. There's also... Okay. I was gonna say, there's also some, like... Not, like, visual delays or bugs. That I feel like should be cleaned up before the full release. And here you get... Like I said earlier, we are only in phase 2 of our extraction, and we are currently playing with another team who is currently extracting. So after they leave the map, eventually the game will populate their squad with another squad. So, and it just is constantly on. Very cool, very cool. One enemy remaining. He's flying in. The Reaver dropping off. All right. And now we are good.
Rig's operational again. Nicely
I
done.
do enjoy being able to complete more side quests. So, Bingy's crossed. We do. I'm gonna go snag that real quick before they start
Now this I can work.
the main mission. We're kind of farming this round, which is really nice. I'm happy I'm getting to show you guys a bunch of different secondary quests and what I find the most optimal way to farm. I'm gonna try and go to this one. Show you guys a new destroy historic walkway. Farm weapon parts, which are gonna be essential.
Find it before the grubs do.
Also, we got a supply drop coming in, which is a world event. So we're getting everything. And this is, I did not plan this. This is awesome. There's been several of these sieges that have resulted in no world drops, no nothing. But that's right there. We're not actually gonna be able to get to it, but hopefully our teammate picks it up. So a supply drop is one of the world drops that will just have different things in it. Equipment, guns, weapons. I'm gonna actually slide through. We have 5 minutes to do. Oh God. This shit can get so chaotic so fast. Prioritize surviving, especially when we're away from teammates. Even playing on the lowest difficulty of Horde Siege, it can get crazy really fast. My whole team just went down. Oh, no. That's okay, though, because, hey, Calculated did it on purpose. So, essentially, when your whole team goes down, you do have lives remaining. Right? So, you're able to go down. Your whole team can perish, but you do come back. We'll let this man beat the hell out of us. And then we all should respawn. This would be a good indicator, though. We might have failed the secondary objective, and I don't know if we'll be given another one. Or we'll respawn and be in the middle of the secondary objective, which means we have to haul ass because we just wasted 2 minutes. Oh, nice.
Terminating this objective.
Weapon parts are lost
Back
if
on
extraction
mission.
is unsuccessful. So squad lives remaining. We do have 4 more lives. Did fail our secondary objective, which is unfortunate. Extraction is the main goal, though. Supply drop is still up, though, so we'll be able to show this off a little bit. Oh, we can do another. We can do another secondary. Okay, this is kind of perfect.
Drag in your hole.
Sorry, Bucko. So this is probably already picked clean, so it's slim pickings, but you can get different guns, different equipment. I'm actually gonna pick up the stim grenade in place of this. Okay. Stim grenades are really nice because if you do go down, you're able to pick yourself back up. So honestly, they usually only come with the medic class. If you can find stim grenades at some point, very, very awesome to use. Essential to pick up, honestly, in siege mode and in regular multiplayer. TBH. We've been kind of flying solo in this, which I don't recommend. I'm kind of inting my teammates right now. But I'm more so just playing this. It's a preview, guys. We're more so just playing like this to show you guys what to expect in the siege mode. Close E-holes. So, this one, interesting. It'll spawn frag grenades on the map if you don't have any already. Don't worry. And then it just starts spawning a bunch of E-holes everywhere. Your mission, close them up. Oh, preferably before the... Okay. Preferably before the hooker comes out. Shot for. So we're just going to move from E-hole to E-hole. 2 more highlighted. Let's go this way. I'm going to pick up these credits on the way, too. One of the other issues I currently have... Oh, team's locking in right now. With this game mode, it feels as if the supply caches... Not the caches. But the supply stations are kind of worthless. They have ammo drops all over the map. A lot of perks will replenish your ammo itself. So unless you're upgrading your actual perks that you get from completing missions, I really don't find myself interacting with too many supply caches. And that kind of stinks because I feel like it's like a main mechanic that's kind of not being wasted, but not being utilized to its fullest. Speak up. So, just one thing, another thing that I hope eventually gets a little upgrade, a revamp, something. Maybe in the full game, there's going to be more options, obviously, because there's just more stuff going on. Just kidding. Also, the changes to the wretches, terrifying, dude. Terrifying. When you start to get a glimpse of them climbing from the rooftops onto the floor, oh my goodness. All right, I think we're good on the secondary missions now. So just the final, before the extraction, main mission. Where's our mission? Activate the rig and the underpass. Is it below? All right, I'm so confused. All right, our perks are fully upgraded. I genuinely don't know where this rig is.
We're picking up multiple contacts inbound on your position. Dig in and defend it.
Teammates activated the rig, and now we're in the last phase before our extraction, and this is more akin to the regular Horde mode. As you can see, we have time to prepare our defenses. Uh-oh. And set up and stuff like that. But like I said, the supply caches really don't have. There are, like, their equipments you can replaced for spike traps, explosive decoys, sentry guns, stuff like that. Honestly, I don't necessarily need them. I really don't utilize them. There's not like fortifying or anything like that from previous hordes, so usually we just kind of just rush into the next round. I do, however, love the troikas. Attach this. Where are our teammates? Where are the bad guys? I imagine maybe it's not bugged. Maybe it's an area of the map that I haven't discovered yet. Hold, boys. Hold. Hold. I genuinely, like I said, I've been playing this for 9-10 hours. I've never been actually under this underpass. Not bugged, okay? I rescind my comments. I've never had to defend this one, so this is sick. This is new. Okay, go. We got there. We got there. Like I said, very large map. This is the only one available to us in the preview, but
Ready for more.
I assume there's going to be more maps on launch. It is interesting, though, because every single time you queue into this, there are some repeat missions and stuff. There are a select amount, it feels, because we do often find ourselves doing the same missions in the 9-10 hours we've been playing in the same areas. But I assume upon full release, there's going to be a much larger variety and, like I said, different maps and stuff as well. At least I really hope so. I do think it'll help significantly with the longevity of this game mode. Because like I said, there's a ton to unlock, to customize, to go through, and I think there's a lot of potential with it. But I do see it not being as appealing after a significant amount of time in the game mode. Oh. Oh, my. Okay. Got our stim grenades. Got our self-revives.
Oh, get over here and help me.
Which is, like I said, so essential, so important. The med class almost seems OP because of it. Oh, Lord. We're going to go play. Okay, play for the res. That's perfect. Everyone's up. We should be able to do this. Blasted. All right, probably should face check the gore hooks.
All clear.
Okay, we survived. We survived. We survived. Riggs stayed alive. Should be good to go. We can speed this up a little bit. There are, yeah. Heavy boom shots. Let's do it. All of our supplies or our perks are fully upgraded, so we might as well set up some turrets. One thing that I think that easy fix. This is just small little nitpicking stuff.
Oh,
It's a little more reasonable here. If you operate from the side, you can upgrade this and then mount it from obviously where you mount it. But on some other positions, it's a little bit harder to get to. And so it's like hit or miss. It's really hard to navigate fluidly. And then also, after coming on, after mounting a boom shot or a troika or a turret or something like that, to go, like, you mount with X, and then to get off of it, you have to press B. You have to press and hold B on a controller. And it's the same for keyboard and mouse. Like, it's a different button, which could be just down to, like, you could change that yourselves, but I just don't understand the thought process behind making you get on with this button and then you have to press a completely different button to get off. It's like, and I'm sure, like, after a while of doing that, oh my God. it'll be a little bit easier. And I won't have to think about it so much. We need to get the hell out of here, boys.
Oh, I don't think so. Coming.
Did I not pick that up? Oh, God.
Ready to go.
Oh, God. We're about to lose our rig. Which is what they're doing, by the way. If I hadn't mentioned that, they are pushing to destroy our rig, which is what we are trying to avoid. All right, he's out of boom. Go get the pickup. Bust a headshot. Obviously, marksman class not really doing us much justice in these tight quarters. Especially when we're missing shots. Being shot from behind. Oh my God. We don't have any more stims, so we have to play this a little bit slower. Like I said, even on the easiest difficulty, this game gets crazy quick. I do feel as if, oh God. Not like this. Some of the, missions are like, they're not proportionate. Like, some of the missions are super simple, super easy. The enemies don't even feel like they spawn. And then all of a sudden, stuff like this is happening where we're completely swarmed. Team is getting destroyed. Okay, this is also one of the new weapons. Happy we got to show it off. Also, just fun fact, after you finish each one, your team will res, which is nice. So if you guys are going down or something like that, just surviving, completing your objective will bring everyone back up. So that's good. That's good. The incinerator, like I said, one of the new guns is kind of like a shotgun, but it's like, it's not hit scan. There is travel time, and it kind of just covers the enemy in emulsion and quite literally melts them. It's kind of crazy. I just see no more secondary quests on the map, so we're just gonna head to the final extraction zone. Usually, you have to clear a wave first that's already over here, and then fight a wave or two while the Raven is approaching. So we're gonna do our best here. Remember, pop your attack equipment as often as possible, because it does come up very quickly. And as you upgrade stuff, there are perks and mods that allow you to keep it up longer. And so essentially you can have it up
LZ's still hot, Geary.
almost all the time. All right, we've cleared it. Now we got to defend the extraction zone. Again, they have these turrets that you can build up. This one, I don't feel like is as good. Just because a lot of times you're getting spawned behind from here as well. They like to come out of these doors, those doors. Sometimes there's keyholes that pop up. So, also, we haven't had a good opportunity, but these barrels on the map are explosive barrels. The Locust Horde doesn't tend to hang out in a single area for long. So, kind of hard to utilize them properly. And as you can see, the incinerator, it does have some range, but there is travel time, so you kind of have to lead the bullets. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. or lead the emulsion.
Throwing the floor.
This is Butcherbird Prime. Your ride's en route to the LG.
Hurry.
Oh, and that's what I was talking about. Mounting and, oh gosh. Mounting and upgrading. Like I was trying to mount it, ended up upgrading.
Or I'm gonna have to scrape you off the sidewalk.
Also, fun fact, don't stand underneath. When she says clear the extraction point, I'm gonna scrape you off, she means it. She means it, y'all.
All right, people, file in.
All right, everyone gets in, you extract, and extracting is key. If you don't extract, you don't get your weapon parts. It's all for naught. It's all for naught. You still get your XP, but you don't get the weapon parts.
All right, no visiting back there. Let's get you ground pounders home. Excellent work out there. Time for a little R&R.
And just like that, victory,
You
baby.
earned it.
Secondary objectives completed 5. Invasions completed 1. Squad members extracted 4 out of 4. Your boy MVP. Love that for us. Love the ribbons. Siege also does appear to grant some juicer XP. Some juicer XP. So, could be an easy way to level up. Obviously, maxed out at 10 as far as the classes go, but we almost went up 2 levels there, which is super dope. Now, we can take those weapon parts that we just got and use it to upgrade our guns, unlock different mods for our drone, like literally anything we want, essentially. We can go to gear, pulse drone, see if there's anything here that we might, oh, these are not available. So the pulse mods are level locked, I believe, along with the armor slots as well. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more content involved with the Horde Siege mode that we don't have access to just yet. But then we can go down here for the different weapons, 50 weapon parts to unlock our final slot, which I don't think we're going to be able to get to in the short time we have with this game mode. But let's go to our Nasher and see if we can unlock anything else. Most of them are 4 weapon parts. Perfect reload grants a full perfect magazine, which could be really good. Can't unlock that yet. Adds visible dot reticle when not aiming. Reloads automatically after being stowed for a short time. Reduce flinch and sway while aimed or scoped. Like, a lot of cool mods, and I expect there to be more in the full release. So that is Horde Siege mode. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to completely tear this apart. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will do my best to answer. I feel like I did a good job covering the majority of it. But like I said, I'm excited to get into it. It seems like it's going to be really fun. And with the class-based system and the leveling system and the modding system, it feels like there's going to be a lot of content here to actually get through. So very excited for full release. Can't wait to see the new maps. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, gamers.